Matilda and Josephine's house is very much in need of a winter decoration. It needs a new garden. It had a really nice garden before. I did a few videos on my DIY garden, the winter garden, autumn garden. I think I did a Christmas one as well, and it's been a while since I've actually given it anything new. I did recently cover up some errors here with some bricks, so it kind of looks like I haven't ripped loads of paint off, and I really quite like that, so that's very cool. So I'm Jane. This channel is Matilda and Josephine. Matilda and Josephine are two naughty little witches that get up to all sorts of mischief, and this is their house. So this is the bit of balsa wood that I've got that I'm going to cut the template from this out of and just do exactly the same as before, but I'm going to have it a little bit bigger around the edge. It wasn't intentional. I actually just bought a slightly bigger piece. I didn't mean to. I'm also going to use a different bit of train track. What I want to do is just have a little brick wall or even a stone wall underneath. I did get some clay out yesterday to do it, and it smelled like TCP. Really, really revolting. So clearly that's no good anymore. So I've ordered some more clay, so I'll get that today and do that. So I got my air drying clay, and I'm going to cut this so that it's in the right section. So I'm going to use a little hacksaw for that, and then I'm just going to basically do a bit of trial and error and see how this actually works. Right, so that is cut out, and I'm really pleased with that actually, because it's so much better than the other one where I had to stick it together and kind of tie it. So as long as that doesn't snap, we're all good. This is just air dry clay. I've always used white before. I don't think there's any difference between the color and what I plan on doing is just smooshing it along here. I'm building just a little bit of a wall, and then kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do, sort of make some little stone patterns in it and see how it goes. One thing he did say in the video was if you want your air dry clay to stick to anything, you just need to wet the surface first and then it will stick. So I would like it to stick to this so that I can have this as one whole piece, but we'll see. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so yeah, just gonna wet my fingers. I'm gonna wet the surface. So basically, I'm gonna wet. That's kind of the height I want it to be. I quite like that. That's not bad. And then I can just leave it for a little bit. I don't know whether to put the fencing in just yet. And this shows you how it's really... Oh, wow. So, okay. Yeah. All I can do is just see how it looks. If I actually just sit this in here, it's really hard to push it in, actually. There's giggling in the background again. Actually, there you go. Look at that. Wow. That's amazing. I am not going to win any prizes for anything, really. But I think as well, I quite like these sort of dips, and I like all these little bits. So what I'm going to do is leave. So is that kind of central? Yeah, it's kind of cool. There we go. So if I kind of add that. Perfect. What I want to do is just shove that. Maybe I need it a bit sharper. Shove some markings in so it looks like, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. I just want it to have a little bit more character. I don't know what I'm doing. The idea is I'm just trying to make it look like boulders or something. Or even just like it's got, like, you know, cracks in it. I could just not dry it very well and let it have cracks in it. That would work. There. I don't know. I kind of like that. I think it looks... Okay. I don't know what it looks like, but it's just fine. It's absolutely fine. yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's kind of Matilda and Josephine-esque. Okay, so it is the next day and this is looking pretty good. It is drying. It still needs probably another 12 hours, maybe 24 hours before I can paint it. But what's really, really good is it's stuck firm. So every time I take this off the doll's house, it is gonna stay there and everything's gonna stay put. So that makes me really, really happy. I wanted to make these all into little points because I thought it would look nice if it was like a wrought iron medieval kind of fence rather than this sort of wooden railway track kind of fence. So I did have a go with this Dremel. It's not actually a Dremel. Oh, I've just dropped all the bits on the floor. One of these, and I used some of the attachments. I used the little wheel thing and the grinder thingies, and all it does is basically just make a really big mess. Then my husband suggested this, and I had a go on the other bit of the railway track, and there, look at that. That's exactly what I want. So I don't know how easy it's going to be to do it on here. I have kind of realized that maybe I should prepare this before I put it onto this, but this is good. This is like a trial and error. And also the great thing is that I was hoping this would stick down. It is starting to come off. It doesn't matter that it's coming off that much because I can still use it like that, and if I have to I can glue it down. But basically it's not going to fall off even when it's fully dry. It is so nearly there. But if I can clip all of these off quite happily without having to take it apart, oh, we'll be good. That was so easy. And it's done, and I don't have to shave any bits off. It literally is done. I mean, okay, it's not perfect, but right now I'm just going to do a little bit of painting black. I want to see how much difference it makes, because it doesn't make a lot of difference. Actually, I probably won't do it, but I'm using the acrylic, and I am just going to crack on, and I can't even get the lid off. I've actually been painting over there. Okay, so I thought I'd actually paint in the camera line, because obviously there is no point filming it if I'm not actually filming it. I'm liking that so far. I actually think that works. I think once it's dried, I can see how good it looks. I also want to shine up the railway, whatever that would be called on a fence. And then I think it will look really good. So I got a little bit carried away, and I actually painted the whole of the fence, including the tracks. And I think it looks pretty good. My husband has actually suggested maybe painting the tips with a kind of bronzy color or gold color, so I'm going to attempt that next. I am trying to do a little bit of copper. I'm just using some gouache because I don't have any copper acrylic. And it doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to have a quick stab at this to see how it is. I did have some bronze, but the tube felt really, really hard, and I thought I'm not even going to try getting it out, so I'm just going to put a touch of this on one of these little points and just see how it looks, and if I like it and if I don't like it. Actually, that's kind of cool because it's not very strong. I mean, the funny thing is this is going to get covered by snow anyway, so alrighty, I was going to leave this until the morning, but it's like, I don't know what time it is, like nearly 9 o'clock in the evening, and I just can't wait to give this a little go of painting. Just give it a bit of a coat of some white acrylic. I'm going to mix white with some blue and some black. That looks good. I think definitely it's like a nice little base coat, but what I want to do is maybe put some sort of mossy tones in the crevices and make it a little bit darker around the edges. Oh, it's completely, this is where the black will actually peel off. If I scratch it off, it will peel off, so don't touch that. But it's kind of, yeah, whatever. Anyway. So I really am making it up as I go along. And I think it's too green, but I'm just kind of throwing it out there because I want it to be quite grayish, but I don't want it to be, I don't know what I don't want it to be, or I don't even know what I want it to be. I just want it to look more realistic, like it's rock, like, you know, the fence has kind of been pushed into this rock. Do is put a little bit of green up the railing. Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm totally ruining the aesthetic of the beautiful railing. I'm ruining it. Okay, I'm really pleased with this. I think it looks really good. So I'm going to get the white tack out and I'm going to have a go at making this so that the snow that I did before and putting it on the top of the railing just to see how it looks. And then hopefully maybe splatter some snow onto the rock, and then this part of it is going to be done. And that's saying it. The other option is to paint. Alright, so this is it so far. We've got the wall and the railing up. I've actually done another section on the other side, and I'm just putting some lights in and some stuff around the pillars, but that's kind of just experimenting to see what it looks like. I've also made this gate, which I will share in the next video. I didn't film the whole lot of making it, but there is some of it there, and there's a little battery tea light behind it flickering away. I think that looks. So thank you so much for watching. Do leave a like and a comment, and if there are any tips or anything that you can give me, that would be really helpful. And also, if you fancy supporting this channel, do click on the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below. That would be very much appreciated, and hopefully I'll be adding some stuff on that site at some point in the future, but at the moment it is just yes please. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.